So the big milestone we have is all the companies here go through a massive reinvention with electrification. Is also an opportunity to reshape the way they connect to their consumers. In the past, if you think of how we bought cars, it was these beautiful glossy brochures. And in the early 2000s, they became these websites, which are basically a brochure. You need to read the text, you need to process a lot of information. People don't read anymore. What if this could become an experience that instantly you're inside, something that's more like a commercial? And this is what you're seeing here. This is the FIAT homepage where you're actually seeing what is a live commercial. As you're watching it, you can change from day to night. You can effectively change the color of the vehicle. You're already on a buying journey. And this does not require any software to be installed. It does not require any VR headset. This is just working in the Chrome browser, which is remarkable. Now, once you want to continue this process and maybe you have some questions, this is where incredible artificial intelligence comes in. We've partnered with OpenAI and Microsoft to develop, if you've probably heard of ChatGPT, created manual GPT. Now, most cars come with these big books. This is a 300+ page book for that little car, which we'll never look at because it'll be in your glove compartment. But what if you could just ask a question and the AI will find the answer for you? So let's see an example here. Does this car have regenerative braking?
Anytime the driver lifts their foot from the accelerator pedal, the car will slow down and recover kinetic energy. This is used to generate electric power and recharge the battery.
That is a synthetic avatar generated with AI, and it basically can create an answer for any question you have that's contained in this book, which is absolutely remarkable. How many of you have forgotten the tire pressure? You know, these things are usually require a lot of effort. Now it's always a click away. And if that's not enough, if you haven't found the answer to your question by interacting with this magnificent AI, you can click on the questions button or get design yours, and we'll be flying into a dealership that's populated by a real dealer sales personnel from the OEM. Hello.
Hello, welcome to the FIAT Metaverse-Store. My name is Tim. How can I help you guys today?
Tim, are you real?
I'm a real person. I exist, and I'm actually not very far away from you guys physically either.
Okay, I'm not convinced, but we'll see. Can I see this car in rose gold?
We can. That's actually one of our more popular colors.
Oh, beautiful. That's really nice. There's their version where the roof opens?
Yes, so the Fiat 500 lineup has 3 models. The Cabrio is the model you're referencing, and let me quickly show you what that looks like when I open the roof.
Oh, nice. So this is a fabric top. Very nice.
It is, and it's just easy, simple, one click open, one click to close.
So we're in the browser. I can also interact. I don't have a mouse in my hand, but I can change the colors, I can change the packages as we go through this process. And for many consumers moving to electric vehicles, they have a lot of questions. For example, Tim, how do I charge my car?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we actually created a bit of an animation here to help you better understand that, because a lot of people I'm speaking to, it's their first time buying an EV. So the charging is actually pretty easy. It's very simple, pretty intuitive. The charger itself can actually be plugged into your standard outlet in your wall. If you want a faster charger, we call that level 2 charging. We can have an electrician come do that as part of your package. But just to clarify, you don't need anything special. We can actually use that existing charger you have on your wall with the standard charger.
So I literally like charging my laptop.
Exactly.
Wonderful. And what if I'm driving around and I want to tap up my battery? How do I do that?
Yeah, it's a good question. So all of that is managed within our dashboard. So you'll see here the battery levels. So this will actually give you a notification when you're running low, and then it'll actually route you to some of the closer charging stations nearby.
I got it. So I just click that drive button, I'm off, right?
Exactly.
So if any of you have been involved in marketing, you know that producing a video that looks this stunning takes many weeks, if not months, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and a big effort like a studio. But in fact, everything you're seeing is happening live. And let me show you how it's done. If we go around the corner for a second, we'll see where Tim is actually in his office. Let's go and say hello. So here you can see, if you keep going here, you'll see his screen as well. See,
hello,
Tim
everybody.
is in his home office.
Welcome to my fishbowl.
On his screen, you can see that he's simply on a Microsoft Teams call. So he literally just joins a Teams call. There is no green screen, there is no special equipment. He has a webcam there. You can see the interface. You must have been on many Teams calls during the pandemic. And here you can see that he's simply transporting himself into this amazing showroom. Just like you can schedule a meeting in a conference room, you can now schedule a meeting in the metaverse using Metaverse as a service from Touchcast. So let's go back here. Now, as I'm speaking with Tim, everything that I'm saying is getting transcribed by Azure. cognitive services, which allows the AI to support him. So if I say something like, I heard this car can park itself, is that true? That automatically triggers the relevant content from the system. The salesperson doesn't need to do anything, and in fact, it can actually support their knowledge. So if I ask them a question that they're not familiar with, like, Tim, what's the range of this car?
Yeah, so the Fiat 500 EV has a range of about 250 kilometers, or about 150 miles.
So he's reading that off the screen because it was triggered based on what I said. So it's really an incredible revolution to move this interaction into the metaverse. Again, working in the browser, on your phone, no need for any special equipment. You can have a $30 Android phone. You still see exactly this. Look at how beautiful that is. We've now established you're real, Tim, so thank you. And once you have this digital twin, you can actually manifest it in the physical world. And this is kind of part of the future of retail as well. So what we've done here is we've taken an LED wall like this one and another one in the corner. And here we have a customer that's coming into this holodeck, to borrow the Star Trek metaphor. And she is speaking to the expert. And on the other side, you see the car in life size. And with a flick of a switch, the same store environment, which is about the size of this box, can become metaversal iPhone store. Here you see an example of a customer walking in. She is going to select the actual phone that she wants. On the top floor is an actual robotic storage room. So when she's completing her decision and choice, she'll be able to walk out with that new phone in hand. So hopefully you can appreciate that the metaverse represents a step change in how we can communicate. It's very material for the industry that we're talking about here, but it's also very material for some of our retail partners that are reimagining the future of their websites, the future of their stores, and practically every industry is going to be impacted by this metaverse as a service offering, so that you can really change the relationship between where the labor is, in this case the salesperson, the real estate, the unlimited inventory you can offer in the metaverse, both bring that into the physical world and bring the physical people into the digital world to give a better level of support and relationship. Thank you very much for listening. If anybody has any questions, we're here to answer.